How to transition from employee to entrepreneur. How can you move from having a regular 8 to 5 working schedule to being in full control on when you work? How can you, from hating to see your boss every day at work, become your own boss? How can you move from a fixed salary where you're trading your time in exchange for money into going into business where you're trading your products and services for money, so your income is no longer limited by HR policies or rules of promotion or office politics? Instead, you're in full control of your income. How do you get out of the corporate world and move into the world of entrepreneurship? If you've been wondering about these questions, then this episode will help you because you're going to learn the 4 changes you need to make in order to transition from employee into entrepreneur. And don't worry, these changes are simple and can be applied by any employee of any level. And even if you don't have a business idea yet, or even if you don't have any capital, or you have 0 business experience, by knowing these 4 changes, you're going to move closer to becoming an entrepreneur. With that said, let's get started with change number 1, and that is to master your motivation. There are 2 sources for motivation: internal and external. Many employees are used to relying on external motivation to get things done. In the cubicle world, if you screw up, you have all these external pressures to perform. If you don't do this, you'll get a negative performance review. Your colleagues will talk about you, not to mention your boss will probably shout at you. The positive is also true. You're also rewarded externally. If you do well, you get that promotion, you get more money, your boss will praise and recommend you. But in business, as an entrepreneur, you cannot rely on external motivation anymore because you don't have a boss that will get angry. You're your own boss. You won't get a performance review. You won't have any deadlines to meet. So, to get things done, you need to first master your internal motivation. This means doing things because you choose and decide to do them, not because you have to do them, not because there's a deadline, because there are no deadlines in starting a business. Now, if you're a procrastinator, don't worry, because relying on your internal motivation can be learned. It is a skill that can be developed. Your willpower is a muscle that can get stronger and stronger the more times you use it. So, if you feel you need to start working out your willpower muscle, starting now, do this. Choose one task, any task, whether it's at home or at work or for your hobby, and do that task just because you choose to, not because there's a deadline, but just because you decide to do it. And that's how you start mastering your motivation. The next change in order to transition from employee to entrepreneur is to number 2, manage your money. There are 2 ways people generally spend money: ad hoc and preemptive. Now, ad hoc spending is spending anytime, spending on whatever needs to be bought, whether it's a want or a need. You just spend as you go. And many employees are used to this way of spending money because they know that every month they will receive a paycheck and a salary. And at the back of their minds, money will not run out. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, you will need to have a plan on how you'll be spending your money. Now, listen to this. Anyone who wants to start a business will need to have startup capital. No matter what kind of business, you will need some amount of capital, whether that's 10,000 pesos or 10 million pesos. You will need money. Now, at this point, even if you don't have a business idea yet, it will be prudent to start saving for your business, even if you don't know what business you'll put up yet. This is called preemptive spending. When you're already preparing the money you will need to spend in the future, so that when you see an opportunity, you will have the capital to take advantage of it. Why? Because you're prepared. So, if you truly want to start up your own business in the future, start saving now. It can be as small as 3% of your monthly salary, or it could be as high as 30%. Different people will have different budgets. The point is, start saving now. Moving on, the third change employees need to work on in order to transition to entrepreneurship is to mix up your meetups. As an employee, majority of the people you will meet will be other employees. It's a Friday night, you've had a very stressful week at work, so it's time to head over to your favorite inuman hangout place and talk about who's not there joining you. Yep, chismisan time, rant time, distress time. Then Saturday, it's rest day. Sunday, maybe family day. And then it's Monday all over again. It's the rat race all over again. You meet the same people, talk about the same people, have the same issues, deal with the same problems, and there's a saying, birds of the same feather flock together. So if you keep flocking with employees every single day, there's a good chance you're going to stay an employee. Now, of course, we have nothing against employees here, but there is just a vast difference between employees and entrepreneurs when it comes to the mindset, and you have to experience that difference. So attend that business workshop seminar, reach out to your friends who you know are entrepreneurs and just catch up and hang out with them. Look out for meetups and business events happening in your area. It's time to get out of your comfort zone. And if you continually expose yourself to entrepreneurs, trust me, you're going to get more and more motivated to really take action on your business. Now, let's go to the fourth change to transition from employee to entrepreneur, and that is to mind your media. Be mindful of the information you consume when you're just relaxing. Whether that's binge watching TV series or reaching the end of your Facebook or Instagram feed every single day, or just aimlessly wandering around YouTube. That's a lot of mind power being slowly wasted. Listen up. Yes, there will be times during the week when you're just so stressed out and you need to relax your mind. But starting a business will require you to think about every single detail of your business. You're going to have to set up or create every single product, policy, and process for your business. So every second spent thinking about the latest news on the latest love team on the Kapuso or Kapamilya networks, or on the NBA player stats, or on the Kardashians or your neighbor's cute dog, could have been time to nourish your mind with positive information that could inspire you and give you creative ideas for your future business. So instead of going on Facebook, why not read a blog of a successful entrepreneur? Instead of binge watching a new TV series, why not listen to a business or economics podcast? Or maybe watch business documentaries. These are much better relaxation activities that will nourish the entrepreneurial spirit within you. Now, with these 4 changes. Number 1, master your motivation, meaning practice your willpower. Number 2, manage your money, meaning start saving now. Number 3, mix up your meetups, meaning meet with other entrepreneurs. And number 4, mind your media, meaning nourish your mind. With these 4 changes, you will get to experience what it's like to think like an entrepreneur, and it all begins there. Of course, you don't have to do all these 4 steps at once. Simply start small and grow from there. Maybe this week, aim to reach out to an entrepreneur friend. Then next week, revisit your budget so that you can start saving. It's okay to start small. Remember that the transition to entrepreneurship will be a journey, and it's going to be made up of small baby steps. And as you keep doing these baby steps, you'll find yourself transitioning from being an employee into becoming an entrepreneur. Hey there, J3 here from Pinoy Money Academy, and I hope you enjoyed this free business training video. Now, if you're someone who truly wants to become an entrepreneur, have your own business, be in control of your time, your income, and your lifestyle while doing something you're truly passionate about, then you're going to want to see our latest training program called the Business Startup Blueprint. The Business Startup Blueprint is where we teach the average Filipino, someone with limited time, capital, and minimal business experience, how they can safely start their own businesses from scratch in a low-risk, high-reward approach. All this in a step-by-step way. And I'm very happy to share that many of our students here in the Business Startup Blueprint were already able to start up and now earning from their businesses within just a matter of a few months. So if you'd like to check out our business training programs and resources, head on over to www.pinoymoneyacademy.com/BSB. The link should also be displayed in this video. Now, when you go to that page, you can get our free business reports and access to our more comprehensive business training videos so that you can get an idea on what it really takes to start up a business from scratch. And also, learn how to avoid the most common entrepreneurial mistakes. Everything there will be extremely helpful in your entrepreneurial journey. So, I invite you to go to PinoyMoneyAcademy.com/BSB to check our free business training resources. We're continually creating more and more training for aspiring entrepreneurs. So our giveaways will be changing depending on when you go there. So check out what's being given away for free this month. I hope to see you there, and thanks for watching.